All right, y'all. Welcome back. It's Kentucky Derby time again. At long last, we're going to get this race off here in September, not doing it in May like we're supposed to. Not going to be 100,000 people there like it's supposed to. It's only going to be 18 horses this year. But hey, we're going to do it. We're getting at it here. I want to get to this here because we've got 18 horses at any rate. Still a lot of horses. Still going to be a packed field. Probably going to be a fast track. Looking at a sunny day. No chance of rain, really. We're not running in May. So, here we go. First, Finnick the Fierce. All right. I got to start this one off by saying Finnick the Fierce is the only horse in this field that's ever beaten Tiz the Law. He finished ahead of Tiz the Law way back in the Kentucky's Jockey Club stakes. At any rate, though, hasn't done too much recently. 50-1 on him. He ran last out in the Bluegrass Stakes, beaten by Art Collector, who, by the way, those of you who don't know, Art Collector was scratched, so he's not running. There's a lot of horses he beat running in here. I think it would be a completely different race if he was in it, but however, he's not. So, at any rate, Finnick the Fierce lost to Art Collector in the Breeders' Cup Classic, the Bluegrass Stakes, and then he also lost to Art Collector in this optional claimer here. So he ran the Arkansas Derby in that one. Got beaten in that one. He ran third behind Nadal and King Guillermo. So the horse has shown that he can do something. Like he did get that way back win over Tiz the Law. Finished second, and Tiz the Law finished third. But I don't really know what he's going to have for this one. Hasn't shown he can do much recently, but I don't know. Being with Art Collector gone, horses like Nadal's not in there. Maybe he can hit the board. I don't know about Finnick the Fierce. So we got Martin Garcia riding him. They got him at 51 for a reason. Does have a couple of decent workouts. A lot of these horses had good workouts. It looks like they were pushing these horses here to get them going for this race. So a minute breezing of 59, but anyway, I don't want to take too long on these horses. That's Finnick the Fierce, the one. Number two, we got Max Player. All right, now Max Player has run against Tiz the Law two other times. He lost to him in the Travers and in the Belmont. He was third in both of those races. So he's familiar with Tiz the Law, probably going to be trying to track Tiz the Law in this race if he can. It's got a jockey change on him. Instead of Rosario didn't travel due to travel restrictions. He's in New York. We got Ricardo Santana Jr.'s jumping aboard him. Now, he's trained by Stephen Asmussen, so an accomplished trainer. We got, Santana's all right. So we'll see what he can do with Max Player. The horse shows that he likes to run behind Tiz the Law. Enforceable, the three, all right. Adam Bashiza, all right, that's what I'm going with, is going to be riding this horse. Enforceable is a Tappet horse trained by Mark Casey. I really don't think he belongs in this field. Didn't do much in the Bluegrass Stakes, fourth there, fifth in the Louisiana Derby. He was second in the Risen Star, but hey, hasn't really shown too much recently. He's been beaten by better horses, been beaten by NY Traffic before. Got an unaccomplished jockey aboard him this time. But hey, that's a three enforceable. The four, Storm the Court, 50-1 they got on this horse. I don't know how he's worse than enforceable at any rate. He's out of court vision. Julian Le Perot's jumping aboard this horse. Flavian Pratt's not going to be there. Another jockey that did make the trip to the Kentucky Derby. His last out was in a turf race. He did, I guess, decently in that turf race. Ran second, decent time. Before that, he didn't have much form. Ran the Ohio Derby, slow time in that one, ran third, sixth in the Arkansas Derby. So Storm the Court, big odds on that one for a reason as well. Number five, yes. Number five, we got Major Fed. All right, I'm going to start by saying Major Fed has got excellent breeding, in my opinion. Ghost Zapper horse, who's out of Awesome Again, of course. He's got Dam Sire's Smart Strike. So major breeding out of Major Fed. They got James Graham riding him though. Graham's ridden him before, second in the Indiana Derby. Not that impressive of a race that he ran there. Ran in the Matt win as well, 10th there, didn't even show up. All right, and then the Louisiana Derby, he was 4th. So he's got enough points to be here. Don't know if he's got enough horse to really make any contention. However, it is late in the year. We don't know, running these races in September. Some of these horses are growing up, so they're going to be a little bit better than they were back a little bit earlier. And everything's kind of weird this year anyway, so who knows. 59 breezing with this one. He had a 46-2 before that. So, a lot of these horses, like I say, they're working out well. Maybe somebody's going to surprise us here. Number 6, we got King Guillermo. Now, one of the subscribers, I think he's subscribed, I don't know, Italian Icewater, I think it was talking about King Guillermo and going to get the win. I don't know about all that. King Guillermo, at any rate, out of Uncle Mo, Sammy Camacho's riding him. He's got a win aboard him before. He won in the Tampa Derby. He came out in the Arkansas Derby, runs second behind Nadal. I don't know if he's going to have enough to go this mile and a quarter, but we'll see. He's got a real good workout time, 2 workouts to go with a 58 breezing and 4. So that's the best workout time of anybody pretty much on the page. I mean, you get the Major Fed had that 46. However, this last out was a 52. So I get, sometimes they do that on purpose, just keep the odds high because they think the horse is going to do really well. Hey, maybe he will. Hasn't run in a while, so he's back at it now, working out well. King Guillermo, they got him at 20-1. He'll probably stay around there, maybe come down a little bit more. We will see what he's going to do, though. King Guillermo, number 7, we got Money Moves. Todd Pletcher put this horse in here for some reason. Maybe the owners just want to have a Derby horse. I don't really think the horse belongs here. Probably should have run him in the Jim Dandy. But he's here at any rate. He was second in Saratoga in his last out. A slow pace in that race, but still, he didn't do anything. 150 in the time and a mile and an eighth. He was second by a neck. Luis Saez aboard him. He got a win before that in a mile and 135. So, I guess he was looking all right. But I don't know if you bring him to the Kentucky Derby, put him through all this, unless the owner just really wants to do that. He's out of Candy Ride. Decent sire. Got Javier Castellano riding him, so he's got a good jockey on him. So, good trainer, good jockey. I just don't know if this is really the right. I don't know if this is really the right race for this horse. Next, we've got the number 8, South Bend. All right. His last out was in the Travers. Didn't have anything for him there. Well, he ran 4th, I guess. That race was handled easily by Tiz the Law. So South Bend is back now. This time going to have Tyler Gaffleone riding him because Ortiz isn't going to be in town. South Bend's out of algorithms. As I said, Gaffleone's riding him. Fake Derby winner Bill Mott is the trainer for this horse. So he's another horse I don't think really belongs. But hey, you got all these horses that qualified. He's 4th in the Travers, 2nd in the Ohio Derby, 5th in the War Chant. I just don't really see what he's really going to have. So unless something crazy happens, I'm not looking for South Bend to do anything. But moving on, the 9, we got Mr. Big News, a Giants Causeway horse. I always think they're better turf horses, but yeah, he's out here on dirt. 50-1 on this one in the odds they got in the morning line as well. These odds are really big. I've never seen so many 50-1 horses, but of course you got a favorite that's. At any rate, it said that the favorite's 3-5. So Mr. Big News, ridden by Gabriel Saez. Last out in the Bluegrass Stakes, another one of these horses beaten by Art Collector. Did that mile and an eighth there. Finished 6th behind Art Collector. Not competitive there at all. Before that, ran the Oaklawn Stakes. He got a win there with Saez aboard. Saez didn't ride him in the Bluegrass, so he's back aboard him now. That win was okay. So maybe he will be able to do a little something. I don't know if he's gonna have enough to compete with these other horses that they've got in here. Um, it's kind of a tough field, and then you got Tiz the Law on top of that. So Mr. Big News, though, got his jockey back, winning jockey. We'll see what he's got for him. Number 10, 1,000 Words. All right, I think you got to watch this one. He's a Bob Baffert horse. Bob Baffert has won the Derby 5 times. He's got 2 entries in this race. So you know Bob Baffert likes to, I don't want to say cheat, but he likes to use every loophole possible. Bob Baffert really likes to, when he's got 2 horses, try to maybe get one to take the lead, turn into a rabbit, control the pace. Maybe try to take the 2 horses and block in some other horse. He's liable to try anything. So at any rate, 1,000 Words is this one horse. Now, this horse seems a little bit underrated to me. Pioneer of the Nile is his sire. That's an Empire Maker horse. So some strong breeding on that side. They got him at 15 to 1, so I guess that's not bad. Florent Giraud is going to be riding him. Jockey change once again. Abel Cedillo was his jockey in the Shared Belief in the last out. He got the win there, jumped out and took the lead. I didn't really like him to win that race. I didn't really think he was going to take the lead, but it was one of those cases where Baffert, switched up the strategy. So, hey, he came out and got the lead. I think he's probably going to not get the lead in this one, but he's probably going to try to stay closer to the pace since it worked out being up front for him last time. Last out before that, he was second in the Los Alamitos with Flavian Pratt aboard him there. Lost to Uncle Chuck. He also, in that Shared Belief, by the way, beat Honor AP, who he's facing again, who he's also faced before that. He faced Authentic and Honor AP, lost to both those horses in the San Felipe. So, these horses have seen each other before. A lot of these horses you've seen have seen each other before. They're coming back in, so I think a lot of them are kind of going to be tracking off of each other and looking at what each other's doing. So that's going to be interesting to watch as the race plays out. Number 11, Necker Island. All right, 50 to 1 on this horse. Miguel Mena riding this horse. He's out of hard spun. I think Miguel Mena rode hard spun, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But Necker Island. Miguel Mena is going to be riding him. His last out in the Ellis Park Derby, another horse beaten by Art Collector there. Third, 8 lengths off of that pace. Then he was in the Indiana Derby, third there as well. I don't know. I think he's going to have his work cut out for him in this one. Maybe he can get lucky. I'm not looking for too much off him. They took his blinkers off, and maybe that'll do something. Took the blinkers off. Hey, maybe that'll help him out. Number 12, Soleil Vallante. 30 to 1 on him in the morning odds. We got Luca Panici is going to be riding him. Now, he's sired by this Karakanite, Japanese horse. Myler got a win in the Breeders' Cup Mile a few years back. It's trained by Patrick Biancone. Don't know if this is really going to be his race. He ran the mile and 1/8 in that Belmont, 6th behind Tiz the Law. Ran an optional claimer before that, got a win at Gulfstream. Decent time, once again at a mile, 1:34. This horse points more towards the mile. He went that mile 1:16 from the Tampa Derby, second there behind King Guillermo. It just seems like he's more of a miler. That's probably where they should keep him. That's probably where I think they're going to end up keeping him after this. For some strange reason, they work him out on turf lately. I don't know what that's all about. I didn't take time to look that up. I don't think it's important. I don't think he's going to be able to do much in this one. But we'll see. That's why they run the race. Number 13, Attachment Rate. Another hard spun horse. Damn Sire's a Fleet Alex. Strong horse there. So some okay breeding in this horse with Attachment Rate. Got Joe Talmo riding him, trained by Dale Romans. 50 to 1 on this one as well in the morning odds. I'm really interested to see where these odds are going to turn out, because some of these odds are going to get way above 50 to 1 in my opinion. So at any rate, last out, Ellis Park Derby, he ran second behind Art Collector, fifth behind Art Collector in the I keep wanting to say Breeders' Cup, Bluegrass Stakes, and he was fourth in the Matt Win. hey, he seems to finish okay. He finished all right in the last one. Maybe Tomo can get him to do something if the pace is kind of weird in this one. I kind of think they might go a little bit too slow, but maybe Tomo can get him to do something in this one. That's attachment rate though. They got him at 50-1. He may be able to outperform that, but I guess he's been beat by Art Collector twice. Beaten by NY Traffic too, back in that map win. Number 14, Winning Impression. Winning Impression. Guess what his odds are? 50-1. All right. All of these are going up. They're going to be, some of these are going to be 80, 90, 99-1, over 100-1, I'm sure. Horse out of Painter. Got Unbridled Song on the other side of that tree. So decent breeding out of this horse. Going to be, got J. Rocco Jr. Riding him. He rode him last out in the Ellis Park Derby. Unimpressive in his loss there to Art Collector. Seventh in that one, 13 lengths off. Seventh in the Indiana Derby, 11 lengths off. Lost to Shared Sense there. Fourth in the Arkansas Derby, 9 lengths off. I don't think he's going to have anything for this race. He's probably going to finish probably 10, 20 lengths off. If this is a telltale sign of anything. Now, okay, got some good workouts coming up, 59 breezing a couple times. I just don't think this horse is made for this race. He's bred for the race, but he hasn't been running like it. Number 15, NY Traffic. A lot of people like this horse. A lot of people are picking this one as an upset. The morning odds on this one are 20-1. They got Paco Lopez riding him. I think he's going to probably ride a little bit near the front. He had a decent come from behind in the Haskell. The Haskell was slow. I don't want to get into it again. How people say that, Monmouth is 2 seconds slow. The horse, this is a slow race. They ran slow. Authentic ran a slow time. Same thing in the Pegasus. It was just a slow time. That's just what I'm going with. I don't think that I should give NY Traffic any more credit. Maybe he just fell asleep and maybe he could run a little bit better. I think he probably will be a little bit closer to the pace in this one. So I do expect him to kind of overachieve. Before that, in the Matt win, he ran second. A little bit better of a time there. And then Louisiana Derby, second in that one as well. So NY Traffic, I see why a lot of people like him. He showed a lot of guts. Couple 59 breathings in his workouts. Hey, we'll run the race. We'll see what he's got. Number 16. Now we're getting into it. I just think it's kind of weird. I don't really think that these that they fix the post positions. I think it really is random. However, it just seems weird that all these same horses, all these New York horses and jockeys and stuff, all seem to end up right around the end. And some people say it's not good for Tiz the Law to be there. Nobody's ever won out of 17th slot. But I mean, may think it's like, hey, maybe he's out there because to help keep him out of traffic, he's not going to get boxed in. Whatever. I don't really think it's fixed. Some people probably think it is. That's up for discussion at any rate. The number 16, Honore P. All right. Mike Smith. They got 5-1 on this one. All right. He's out of Honor Code, which is an AP Indy horse. Mike Smith riding him. Good-looking horse. John Sheriffs is training this one. Last out in the Shared Belief Stakes, he was second. Behind 1,000 Words. Couldn't get the win there. Probably could have performed a little bit better. I think he just kind of got caught off guard by 1,000 Words. Wasn't able to get it done. He did get a win in the Santa Anita Derby, though. Win over Authentic. He was beaten by Authentic before that in the San Felipe. So, like I said, he's seeing all these same horses again. 1,000 Words, Authentic. We're throwing in Tiz the Law. It's going to be a good party there. Up in Louisville. It's a shame not more people are going to be able to see it live. But, I'm sure they'll have enough people there witnessing to make a little bit of noise as far as, the crew. And I guess maybe they'll allow some family members and stuff in there. But at any rate, Honor AP. Got to keep an eye on this one. Mike Smith riding him, like I said. Santa Anita Derby winner. Second in that Shared Belief. Now, the number 17 is the favorite. Everybody knows about Tiz the Law. Can't get enough of Tiz the Law. Got 4 wins straight. Manny Franco riding this horse. Trained by Barclay Tag. New York bred. His grandfathers are Tappet and Tiz now. So he's out of Constitution. A lot to like about this horse. 3:59 breezing, straight for his workout times. 3 to 5 morning odds on a Kentucky Derby horse. What the hell? Okay. 3 to 5. I don't know if that's probably the biggest I can remember ever seeing. Put in the comment section if you're telling me if you've seen any other horse that strong of morning odds for the Kentucky Derby odds. I've never seen it that low before, but there's a good reason why. Win the Holy Bull, decent win. Goes out in the Florida Derby. Kind of a slow time, but he got a relatively easy win in that one. 4-length victory. Had plenty of gas left, obviously. Then he goes out in the Pseudo Belmont Stakes, run at 1 1/8. Just crushes it. I mean, he was flying. He was flying. It was a 46 opening half. And when he asked that horse and he came around that corner, man, this horse was just flying, man. Comes home 146 and change. Win by 3 there. Then he runs the amazing Travers Stakes. I have a video on that one if you guys want to check that one out. They kind of walked, 48-second opening half in that one. He just breezed away. One whip to that horse and he took off. And he wasn't even running straight. He was running like a little puppy out there, just having fun. 2 minutes in 4 in the Travers. So, there's a good reason why he is 3 to 5. I'm not sure if he's really going to go off that high. He might go off lower. It is a Kentucky Derby, but we're not going to have all those people in the stands and people making crazy bets. Now, the online betting, I'm sure, is going to break an all-time record. But it's still not the people live and the big-time bettors throwing the big money. So I don't know what if that effect is going to have it with all these people out there drinking mint juleps, throwing money on horses that they have no business betting money on. And I'm talking big-time money that these celebrities and stuff are out there, putting easily tens of thousands down on these horses. But at any rate, like I said, the online betting is going to be at an all-time high, I'm sure. So we'll see how that affects the odds. But 3 to 5 in the morning odds, man. That just shows how much everybody likes this horse. All right. Number 18, Authentic. All right. Authentic. Johnny Velasquez riding this horse. They brought him in to ride him. Mike Smith rode him in his last out in the Haskell for a win. I don't think this horse is really as good as some people say. He's the other Bob Baffert horse. He may play a crucial role in some kind of screwery going on with the pace and the positioning. You definitely want to watch it for that. They may try to take him out front. It's a chance he may go ahead and just get the lead. We got Johnny Velasquez on him. As I said, Bob Baffert's got 5 Derby wins. This isn't his best crop, his best chance, but he's liable to try to pull something off. And Authentic's shown he can win. A win in San Felipe, a win in the Haskell, second in the Santa Anita Derby. They got him at 8 to 1 morning odds. I think that's a bit high, but at any rate, that's where it is. Now, when you're looking at the pace of this one, I don't see any real speed. I'm really missing Art Collector. I think Art Collector probably would have controlled this pace looking at the way this field runs. I just don't see any speed that's going to be that devastating. I think it's probably going to be a 47-second opening half, maybe 47-4, maybe 48-1, 48-2. I just don't think they're going to go that fast. And unless I think maybe in-wide traffic may go out there and just take the lead. We may see that from 1,000 Words. It's possible one of these other horses could just change up the strategy. Somebody at the last minute and say, hey, we're just going to go for the lead in this one because nobody else seems like they're going to want it. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that fast of a pace. You're not going to have the crowd there to make things exciting. So I'm not looking for a very fast pace there. Like I said, we're going to be looking at Authentic and NY Traffic up there near the lead. Also, I think we're going to be looking at, I got Storm the Court. King Guillermo, I expect to be there probably near that lead too. 1,000 Words probably as well, since he performed well. In Honor AP, I think he's going to want to try to be near the pace as well. But I think it's going to get kind of crowded back there in the back of the pack. A lot of these horses just aren't that good. And the rest of them like to try to run from off the pace anyway. So after this modest pace, I think we're finally going to see a little move from Honor AP. I think Mike Smith is probably going to be the first one to probably get it going. You're going to see Authentic try to move there. Johnny Velasquez. I think Honor AP can handle him. NY Traffic will probably still be in there fighting. I don't know if he's going to have enough here because I think a lot of them, I think they're going to kind of choke their horses out. Anybody too close to that is probably going to take too much out of their horse. And so Honor AP, I think Mike Smith will probably get the best ride of those horses. I expect him to get himself out of there. 1,000 Words, probably going to be a bit competitive. But I expect Tiz the Law to really start making moves. I expect him to be on the outside. He's going to go wide. It's going to work to his disadvantage being on the outside. I kind of thought he might get the Derby record, but the fact I think that the pace isn't going to be that fast and that he's going to be way outside, he's going to have to cover more ground. Maybe he won't get the Derby record this time, but maybe he will go below 2 minutes. I don't know. I definitely think he's got the ability to do it. But I think Tiz the Law is going to start making moves, and I think he's going to kind of naturally start moving past these other horses. They're going to see some of these other ones starting to come off the back. Definitely, I think. Who did I have here? I think we're going to see Max Player probably make some moves. Finnick the Fierce, I think, will make a move. King Guillermo, I think he might kill himself from being a little bit too close to that pace. Not going to be able to get in there. Attachment rate, I think, may be able to get up there for something. But I kind of think a lot of these horses are just outclassed. I think that Tiz the Law is just going to pull away for a pretty strong victory, honestly. I do think Max Player, because Max Player will probably be pacing him. This is all up to Santana. I think Santana could probably get Max Player in there for second. If not, I think that Honor AP will hang on for second after he gets passed by Tiz the Law. Those two probably, I say, Max Player and Honor AP battle it out second place. I got Max Player doing it now. Got Honor AP falling back to third. Fourth place, I got 1,000 Words. I think he'll put himself into a good position, but I don't think he'll be able to hang on. I think a lot of these other horses aren't going to be able to compete. I think Authentic's going to fade. I think King Guillermo's going to fade. I think NY Traffic's going to fade. So that's how I got it. Tiz the Law, no big surprise on that one. Max Player, what were his morning odds here? I think he was at a 30-1. He might actually go up on that. Maybe some value if you want to use him. People are going to be calling horses all over the place in this one because everybody likes Tiz the Law. So everybody's going to be coming up with some kind of exacta, some kind of try. They're going to come up to throw Tiz the Law and mix it in. It's not really the race to do because you got 18 horses doing Tiz alls. I mean, some people are going to do all that, but you're liable to lose money in those alls unless you really think one of these long shots are going to come in there. And even with Tiz the Law, that still might mess up the payoff on that anyway. So I don't know if you would even want to mess around with that. Tough race to play unless you got money. Play in early on Tiz the Law. Got some odds on them. Tough play, but at any rate, we'll see what happens with these odds. I still like Tiz the Law to win the race, though. Second, Max Player. Third, still going to go with that Honor AP there. Third and fourth, the 10. Going with Necker Island, or sorry, not Necker Island, 10,000 Words. Now another one, money moves. Kind of thought maybe he might make some noise. Castellano's aboard. He'll give him a good ride, but I just don't really think he belongs in this race. So I didn't have him in there. So 17-2, 16-10. I'll catch y'all for the next video. Try to drop something before the race, especially if some news happens, some changes happen. I'll definitely keep you up to date.